Philippe Newland with Devour TV's Top 50 Dishes, and today we're in Midtown Gotham at the Four Seasons Hotel, where we're going to meet with Chef Suga at L'Atelier de Joël Robuchon. The dish, foie gras and eel terrine. This is going to be decadent. Come on. Thank you. Quelle beauté! Wow, look at this.
Philippe Sam,
Oui.
j'espère que vous allez aimer ce plat.
Here we have the terrine
De foie gras et anguille.
foie gras anguille.
Voilà.
And anguille is, of course, the French term for eel. We have here levels of caramelized eel, foie gras, eel again, foie gras.
Tout simple.
A beautiful truffle here,
Just
no?
accent.
Just the accent. And then here, chef, what is this white sauce?
So this is just fresh cream, caramelized eel. It's quite, I don't know, smoky. If you eat with cream, fresh cream, it's more mild, you know. It's just contrast. I wanted to put some accent, like sancho pepper and cream, so you can, you know,
have a balance of different flavors, counterpoints.
Yes.
And here for a color accent, you have a little ciboulette, a little chive.
This is very important for the taste. Dark foie gras goes very well with chive, like garlic chive,
Right.
ciboulette.
So what we have here is a marriage between the Japanese eel and then the French foie gras. This is a fusion. So the dish originated in Macau, where Monsieur Robuchon, for a white truffle festival,
Yes.
said to Chef Suga, could you please bring some eel from Japan, because Chef Suga, we should do something with eel, and the concept arose of doing something with traditional caramelized Japanese eel and foie gras. So chef, is it okay if we go ahead and try it now?
Oh, attendez, hein, en fait, il nous manque quelque chose, c'est du vin.
A little bit of wine?
So now, bon appétit.
How do you eat this?
I don't know, whatever you want, you know. You can just eat chive and you're eating. No, you know. I think you should attack.
We should attack? I don't know what to say. Unbelievable. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Transporting.
I knew that.
You knew that. You knew that already.
Of course, it's French cuisine,
Yes.
but you feel a little bit Japanese flavor.
So here's the sancho pepper and the cream. The pepper really, it builds.
I think there's many restaurants they serve very interesting food. Of course, it's good and interesting, but and then after 2 days later, 3 days later, a couple of days later, you don't know what you ate, you know?
Atelier, which in French means either workshop or artist studio. I'm going to go with artist studio with master artist Chef Suga. This is Top 50 Dishes, unagi with foie gras, Chef Suga. Arigato.
Thank you very
Fantastic.
much.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
All
Merci
right.
beaucoup.
C'est d'une pureté, c'est clair, et je pense que ici, comme vous l'avez dit,
My name is Claudia Fleming, and I'm the pastry chef and co-owner of the North Fork Table and Inn in South Hold, New York.
I'm Jerry Hayden of the North Fork Table and Inn. I'm here to talk about my relationship with KK Haspel from the farm.
One of the things we try to do here is work locally and seasonally. And we happened to find a woman named KK Haspel.
KK is, as lively as a person as you could possibly imagine.
I was just talking to my horsetail here, and I'm saying, Horsetail, may I speak with you? Horsetail, are you alive? Yes.
And she just kind of sucks you into her world. And her world is this farm that she has, the 7+ acres of biodynamic farm over there.
KK turned us on to biodynamics, which is much more complicated than I could ever begin to describe.
The biodynamic preparations, it's the only thing that'll really heal the earth. It's actually way beyond organics. It's like a holistic approach to organics. The biodynamics will actually even eat things like radioactivity and other pesticides and poisons that might have been in your soil. We've got it shot at transforming all the property, all the land, all the soil that's been abused over all these years and healing it and bringing back to balance, because that's what the biodynamics does.
The spirituality of biodynamic is something that I don't necessarily understand. I do understand that the product is superior to any other product that I've used, and it's very similar to me. I equate biodynamics and the spirituality of the farming to electricity. I don't understand electricity. I know that when I flip a switch, the light goes on.
Okay, so when they cross like that, it's yes. Okay, show me my no. All right, that's better, a little quicker. Thank you, guys. The important thing is to make sure of how you ask the question, because if you asked a plant, do you want to be watered, it would always say yes. So the question is, do you want to be watered now? We're going to talk to the garlic now. Hello, garlic. May I put out the silica spray on you now? No, I don't think I was going to like it. The silica is ground up quartz. You can imagine a magnifying glass and all the crystals and all the refraction of that. And what it does is it refracts the light. So what you're doing with this is you're catching all of the cosmic forces and putting them into a concentration like a beam of light. This little teaspoon and this 3 gallons of water here will do a whole acre. It's actually taken and put in a cow horn, and quartz is ground up in a mortar and pestle until it's as fine as you can see how fine these granules are. And it's like a dust. You stuff the silica ground up into the cow horn and you bury it in the summer when the light is the most intense in the earth.
I use her blackberries and her blueberries and raspberries and strawberries when she has them. She also grows the most amazing flowers, zinnias that just have personality. They have faces and they're happy, and the same with the sunflowers. They're just incredible. I've never seen flowers or produce like it before.
These were dug up just about 3 hours ago. They are just very thin-skinned, hard as baseballs, and that's to have a potato dug freshly out of the ground rather than having to purchase it from someone who you know that it's been stored for over 3 months, if not a year.
After the first war, there were a lot of chemicals around, and people who had been farming the same way for hundreds and hundreds of years were now being told, to put these other fertilizers out on their property, and they kept noticing things were going downhill rapidly. So they asked Steiner, who he's sort of a clairvoyant and a seer, and I believe that the plants talked to him and they told him things. In 1924, he gave a series of 8 lectures, and farmers from all over came, and that series of 8 lectures is the foundation of biodynamics. Voila! we're done. So now what we need to do is strain this and spray it out.
As far as I'm concerned, biodynamic farming and the way KK does it is essentially what was done centuries ago, and we are finally going back to it, and we're really only scratching the surface with it. But I think that she is on to something that will be producing food, superior vegetables and produce for a very, very long time.
What exactly is a corked wine? 2,4,6-trichloroanisole, or to shorten it up, TCA. Corked wine, some people might think that it's little bits of cork in your wine, and that's not the case. All you gotta do is take your finger and pick them out. What corked wine is a mold that's inside the cork. And once you cork that bottle, it's gonna take over the wine. What does it smell like? It smells like a dirty wet mop, dirty socks, a wet moldy basement, and it actually reminds me of the house I grew up in. My grandmother probably kept every newspaper since World War II. So whenever I smell a corked wine, that's what I think of. Something I want to stress: when you buy your wine, save your receipts and ask the store their return policy, whether it's a $10 bottle, a $100 bottle. If you can return that wine because it's corked, make sure you can get that squared away. So that's what a corked wine is. It smells moldy, it doesn't smell like wine, it's actually disgusting. I hope you learned something today. This is John Grosswater.
This is Vernon. He's my new puppy. We do lots of stuff together. Watch movies, not best in show again, play games. Now you know that is not how you spell neuter. Lots of stuff. When it comes to dinner time though, we usually go to our separate spots. Not anymore. I'm making recipes that you and your pet can share together. This is Pet Chef. So today, Mr. Vernon and I are going to be making some Parmesan and herb cheese with ham. Very simple. All you do is take a half a cup of cooked rice. To that, we're going to add a couple of pinches of Parmesan cheese. That's 2, and 1 more for good luck. And then to that, you can either take a non-salted deli ham, or you can take half of an all-beef hot dog and just dice it. Add that right into there. So then we're just going to add a few pinches of herbs. So take a little bit of parsley, just a little bit, not too much. Put that right in. I know, it's almost ready, buddy. A little bit of basil. Put that right in. Then you just stir it all together. Everything's already cooked. Plate it up and enjoy it again together. Now that we have our Parmesan herb rice with ham all plated up and ready to be served, I'm going to give Mr. Vernon just a little bit. Here you go, buddy. And as you see, I garnished it with just a few little slivered almonds right there. Serve a little for myself. How is it, buddy? That is good.
How to poach pears. Sugar, clove, ginger, fresh or dried, nutmeg, cinnamon, pears, red wine. First pour your wine into a tall pot and then add everything but the pears. You want the wine warm enough to dissolve all the sugar. Now peel your pears and place them in the pot. If your pears aren't floating, make sure to add more wine and sugar so that they're totally covered. Then keep the temperature at 180 degrees and let them start cooking. At this point, you want to add a cartouche, or a little liquid tight paper lid. Fold a square of parchment paper into smaller and smaller triangles, then size it over your pot. Cut it out just like a round grade school snowflake. Snip the tip and unfold, and you've got a perfectly sized cover that keeps the pears evenly covered with a poaching liquid. After 45 minutes, use a pairing knife to check for doneness. They should be totally tender. At this point, take a little bit of the potion liquid and reduce it to a syrup. Depending on how much sugar you use, the pears can be used for sweet or savory dishes. They pair well with cheese, foie gras, crisps, puddings, totally up to you.
Hi there. Winter's approaching fast, but you don't need to settle for grandma's cognac and hot toddies. Beat off your winter blues with one of my favorite cocktails ever. Today, we're having sex on the beach.
You'll need 1.5 ounces of vodka, 1/2 ounce of peach schnapps, 2 ounces of cranberry juice, 2 ounces of orange juice, a highball glass, and some ice. Simply add your ice to the highball glass and build your drink straight into the glass. Garnish with an orange or cherry, and succulate.
Sweet and sultry. Almost as good as the real thing. And no sand in your crack.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, and you?
Good to
you
see
look well.
Thank you. You look well as well. This is I don't know. What your name is?
My name's Thomas.
Thomas Keller. Something like that. Something like Keller.
From California. I know it's kind of a far out place to come from, and we're all laid back. But
are you?
I have New York City in my blood.
That's right.
It pumps through my blood, through my heart. The excitement and the adrenaline of being here.
You started here.
Brings it all back. Yeah.
And you're still here, a couple blocks south.
Exactly.
At Per Se, by the way, in case you didn't know.
I'm really happy because I'm not being nominated for anything. I know that sounds kind of weird, but the pressure's off, the anticipation's not there, and the only thing I have to do is present a couple of awards, and I'm just really, really excited to be here. Of course, to have it here at Lincoln Center again for the second year is really special.
Yeah, it is special. Once you've won every award that there is to win, what's left to win? They should maybe make a special category for you, like Food Emperor of the Universe, something like that.
No, I don't know. It's just, it's nice to be able to pass these things on and see that next generation of young chefs, young restaurateurs come up and start to win these awards. And I know the excitement and the anticipation and the adrenaline that's pumping through their brains right now, and it's just a wonderful thing to be part of that.
It is so great to see you, my friend. Thank you for stopping.
Thank you.